When it comes to modern warfare, only a few tanks have earned the designation of a MBT. In the front line, these tanks create terror in the hearts of the enemy and gives confidence to the allies. This video is about one of these tanks. Designed for superior firepower, mobility and protection, it has become the backbone of many armed forces worldwide. But what makes this tank stand out? How did it evolve to become one of the best main battle tanks of the century? Let's dive into the history, capabilities, and development of the German main battle tank, the Leopard 2.
In the late 60s, Germany and the US collaborated on MBT-70 project, aiming to develop a next-generation tank. During development, some technical issues arise with the hydropneumatic suspension, autoloader system, and the Shellac missile system. There was also some disagreements between the Americans and the Germans. US wanted more firepower with 152mm gun, while Germany preferred a conventional 120mm smoothbore gun. The price of each unit was also doubled from 1 million to 2 million USD in 1970s currency. Due to such complications, the project was cancelled. After its failure, the German army initiated Kampfpanzer II program. KMW, as the lead manufacturer of Leopard 1, was the obvious option to improve and build a new tank. Development started in 1970 with Krauss-Maffei as the primary contractor, working alongside with Rheinmetall and other suppliers. By 1977, after extensive testing, the Leopard 2 was officially adopted by the German army. In 1979, it entered service. Leopard 2 is equipped with 120mm Rheinmetall smoothbore gun, which can fire a variety of ammunition types for different combat scenarios, including APFSDS or armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding sabot, and high-explosive anti-tank or heat rounds. But the most commonly used ammo for Leopard 2 is APFSDS, specifically the DM53 or DM63 variants. These rounds have tungsten or depleted uranium rod, which is encapsulated in a lightweight casing to fit inside the 120mm shell. When the dense penetrator rod hits armor, it focuses all its energy into a small point. As a result, it can penetrate about 500mm thick armor. The tank features advanced multi-layered composite armor known as Burlington-type armor. The outer layer is made out of high-hardness steel. It deflects shrapnel created from fragmentation rounds. The second layer is made out of ceramic and composite materials. The main function of this layer is to break up, absorb, and disperse the energy created from the projectiles. Then there is an empty space between the ceramic layer and the inner steel composite layer. This layer helps to keep the projectile and shrapnel outside the main tank body, which is protected by the final steel composite layer. When an armor-piercing rod hits, it gets deflected by the first layer of angled armor. Even if the rod penetrates the first layer, it loses energy in the second layer and stops in the spaced layer or the final steel composite layer. For additional protection, Leopard 2 can be equipped with explosive reactive armor. This armor detonates outward when impacted, disrupting or weakening the projectile's penetration power before it reaches the tank's main armor. Sometimes it causes premature explosion of a round, which significantly reduces the round's effectiveness. This is highly effective against heat rounds. The tank is also compatible with active protection systems such as Trophy or MUS, which use radar to detect and intercept incoming threats before impact. Over the years, the Leopard 2 has undergone numerous upgrades to adapt to modern battlefield requirements. Among them, 4 variants are mostly used to fulfill different types of missions. Leopard 2A4 is the most widely used and the most basic variant, featuring modern fire control systems and armor. It has the typical flat armor design and can cost about $6 million each. The upgraded 2A5 variant introduced angled armor for better protection and an improved gunner sight at a price of $8 million per unit. It offers better chance of survivability in high-intensity combat zones. The next variant, Leopard 2A6 came equipped with a longer L55 Rainmetal 120mm gun, offering increased firepower and penetration. It's best suited for tank versus tank warfare at $9 million per unit. The latest variant, Leopard 2A7, features enhanced modular armor, improved electronics, and an increased operational versatility for urban combat environments at a whopping $11 million price tag. At the heart of the Leopard lies a liquid-cooled V12 twin-turbo diesel engine with a displacement of 47.6 liters. It produces 1500 horsepower at 2600 RPM. Inside the tank, the massive engine takes up about half of the space. This fuel-guzzling monster eats up to 4 liters of diesel per kilometer. It provides with exceptional power, enabling rapid acceleration and high-speed maneuverability across challenging terrains. Thanks to this engine, the 60-ton metal giant can move up to speeds of 43 miles per hour. Leopard 2 faced modern combat in outgoing Russia-Ukraine war. In the March of 2023, Ukraine received them from Germany to use against Russia. They performed very well at first. They provided Ukrainian troops with improved firepower, a combination of military tech. But soon, Russians found out its weaknesses. Leopard 2 is vulnerable against modern anti-tank missiles. It is poorly armored in the upper part of the turret. Russians took the opportunity and attacked the multi-million-dollar tank with cheap $1,000 FPV drones carrying explosives, and they successfully immobilized some tanks. Still, with these weaknesses, Leopard 2 is in the battlefields, continuously developing and taking out its enemies with brute force.